Okay, everybody, this is Manny. Manny is a former coach with Justin Wayne, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw this guy a few years ago, and I found him pretty interesting, and I thought I would bring him on because he's worked with people like Justin Wayne and Bruce Wayne. So anyway, here goes. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right. So the first question is, how did you get into pickup?
So, I literally was one of those guys that suffered from extreme levels of high social anxiety, always landed in the friend zone with women, and just literally did not know how to have a conversation with people just in general. And I remember I took several boot camps back with Love Systems back in the day, and it just jump-started me to be like, wow, you can talk to girls, you can approach girls.
Yeah.
I always felt you needed some sort of permission. And then I found this guy, this guy named Justin Wayne, who did these like posts where he was literally showing proof, like scientific proof.
Yeah.
And I ended up becoming a client of his and was blown away because that's when I actually started getting results. And it was interesting because the guy I was supposed to move in with backed out, and Justin and I, we formed a really strong friendship. And the next thing I know, the guy backed out. Guess who wanted to move in?
Justin Wayne.
Exactly. And we ended up living together for a couple of years, and I ended up learning not more just when it came to pickup or dating, but more so about the mindset and understanding the conversational mindset. And the one thing I started to dissect was the nice guy mentality, and really going hard and studying the whole nice guy, like really like learning about the type of behaviors that they were conveying that were landing them in the friend zone.
Yeah.
And when living with Justin, I just learned so much on how to understand the mentality and put them both aside. And sometimes we have this whole nice guy, we have the asshole, and the nice guy is always jealous of the asshole. And the idea is not about being jealous, but it's about adopting the attractive behaviors from an asshole.
Yeah.
And when you do that, and you're the nice guy, you can be the guy in the middle. And I actually created my own website, my own program called Nice Guys with an Edge. And
Right now you have that.
Yeah, right now I have that.
Which will be in the description. You
Yeah,
guys want to follow that?
And what's even more interesting is that, talking to the different dating experts and really coming up with a proper way and means to help those nice guys out there who are suffering from nice guy syndrome, trying too hard, constantly seeking approval. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the book No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Robert Glover, but it's one of the best books out there specifically for nice guys, and it really complemented my journey as I was learning through Justin. And I actually ended up coordinating with one of the certified coaches from No More Mr. Nice Guy, and we put together a dual coaching program to help those nice guys out there to build, true inner confidence, become your authentic self, and really develop the conversational mindset that consists of working on the social fundamentals such as body language, storytelling, flirting, and really becoming the guy that you're meant to be.
That's awesome. Do you have anything else to add to that?
We definitely are excited in a sense because now this is the first time we're partnering up, with No More Mr. Nice Guy, and it's one of the, strongest brands and strongest books to have really changed nice guys out there. And I'm just really
It's
excited.
definitely a problem, like nice guys.
Oh, huge problem. I mean, the problems that I see that most nice guys suffer from is they lack the conversational mindset. The conversational mindset, what that is just understanding when, you're speaking with a girl and you're speaking, you're trying to attract a woman. They lack the true social fundamentals because they're being manipulative in a certain way where they're only thinking about If I'm
acting
nice,
out of insecurity. Yeah.
exactly. If I'm nice, if I get your approval, then that way you're gonna like me. But even let's say you're a nice guy and you end up moving forward, and let's say getting past the friend zone, your true darkness, your true side, your darkness is gonna come out eventually because the girl's gonna get to know you.
Because you're hiding your intentions and you want to fuck the girl.
Exactly.
It's like it's better just to keep your intentions, out there, and not try to be deceptive. Anyway, let me move on to the next question.
Of course.
The next one is, what did you go to school for? Just to give a background of you and where you came from.
Yeah, no, of course. I actually went to school for psychology, and I was always fascinated by human behavior, and I just never yet took it within myself to expand my brain and take action and learn about how to adopt certain behaviors, because I was always trapped and I was always stuck. And after studying psychology and just getting deeper into it, it was a great field to, especially being a part of this and being a coach. But I had to go beyond a crazy action-oriented type of phenomenon where I was not only living with Justin, but I was taking action almost every day, approaching and really getting out of my comfort zone and being in the face of pain, being in the face of fear, especially when it comes to rejection.
That's what it takes,
huge.
man.
Yeah.
Pushing your comfort zone.
When you push and expand your comfort zone, you see something that you've never really discovered about yourself before. You realize, wow, this is possible. And that's the most beautiful thing that you can ever discover about yourself. Because people can tell you one thing and say, hey,
sky's the limit.
You can do this. Yeah. But when you actually do it for yourself, that's when... That is when you, as you say, sky's the limit.
Exactly. Okay. You ready for the next? You got a good amount. How long have you been doing pickup?
So, I've been doing pickup, I guess, for about 6 to 7 years, I would say, in the sense where I wouldn't always just be focused on pickup. I'd be focused on other things. And, here's the actual mindset that I've learned on how to develop a strong pickup mentality in the sense, because I'm not too fond of pickup in the way, where it's got a bad rap. But,
I remember talking about this with you earlier.
But here's the thing: how beautiful pickup can be in the sense where it really takes out of your comfort zone, and you really develop certain skill sets that you never think that you would have. And when you practice certain types of behaviors, let's say if you're focusing on body language, you're focusing on storytelling, you're focusing on flirting, whatever the case is. You're just specifically focused on that behavior. That's where I can feel pickup can help you, because it does more than just help you get better with women, but it helps you in all areas in life. And that's the way I see it from an advantage point of view. It just got a bad rap because what happens is when you're doing pickup, it feels as if you're not being yourself. You have to wear this mask, and initially you may have to a little bit, but as you become more into this and your authentic self comes out, and you access different parts of yourself that you never realized that you had, as you approach and you get better with girls, that true part of you comes out and you become more attractive and magnetic.
And it becomes more effortless.
Exactly. Right? Effortless is the key. Yeah.
It's you do something long enough, it becomes effortless.
Exactly.
Okay, now I was wondering, how did you meet Justin? Or did you just explain that, actually? Okay, I can skip that question.
Yeah, sure.
What happened with Justin Wayne? Why did he disappear?
Well, he's always gotten a bad rap. And I remember when I was living with him, people would even ask me, oh, is he fake? Oh, is this? And, I would explain to them what my experience was all about, and it was up to them if they want to believe me. But to be honest, I was blown away by living with him, because he, for instance, was one guy that not only changed my life, but he's changed so many guys out there. And his mentality is all based on seeking the truth. He's all about, let's take the ego out. Because when many guys see Justin, and they see him on YouTube, and they see him picking up certain types of girls, all of a sudden, Justin's looked at as either a fake, the bad guy, or even guys, they're going to be looking at him and saying, hey, I can do that, or hey, that's not real, or that's fake. as opposed to the right mentality is, hey, let me see what he's doing. Let me understand. I see him getting results. And, of course, when you see a certain guy who does it consistently, you want him to fail. You want him to show that it's
most people do.
Exactly.
Some people want to learn from him, but that's it.
And when
you got the haters and you got the people that want to be like that guy,
Exactly.
The more intelligent people, I think.
Well, I think, to become a person, even when I moved in with him in the beginning, I was comparing myself, and I'm just I was like this little kid when I moved in with him, where I was just it's like I'm in this minor league, and yet he's in the major leagues, and my ego just was there, and I'm I'm this good guy, he's what is he doing that I'm not, and I had this whole wrong backwards mentality, and when
most people.
Exactly, yeah. But when you can really take your ego out and observe him, he was featured on Cosmopolitan and even in a documentary done in London. I forgot the guy's name, but he even featured me as well too, based on my experience. And you
were in Cosmopolitan?
I wasn't in Cosmopolitan. He was, and it's just interesting because it's the Oscars. It's this weekend or something, and for me, if I were to ever become an actor and dedicate an Oscar, it would be to him. Because he didn't change my life just with women, but he really helped me discover the truth.
Help you grow up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that mentality, that mindset, that matters.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. It's good to hear that, your own take on that.
Based on the truth, and truth is especially precious these days.
Yeah, here we go. What's your opinion of Justin's game?
Oh my God.
And you already explained him as a person, so I don't have to. But yeah, what's his game like?
So his game his vibe is super strong, and he's an introvert as well too. But he knows the behaviors, he knows what he has to do, and it's interesting because when you look at his game, let's say on a YouTube video, he's gonna look aloof. He's not gonna look smooth. He's gonna be like lost or so. But in reality, he knows what he's doing on the inside. And it's very fascinating to see because many guys are going to be like, what is he doing? He looks like he sucks. He looks like he doesn't even know what he's doing. But in reality, inside, his core is what they call animalistic attraction. And when women are with him and when it comes to subconscious conveyance, oh man, the women feel it. They know right away. And a lot of his game is just, it's basic, but it's his inner core that's extremely powerful.
It's like inner game.
But his vibe on the outside is super powerful because he has a celebrity type of vibe where it just makes women gravitate. And even guys who are around him, and even when I'm around him, it's just you just want to be around him because his energy is super magnetic. And women feel it, even men feel it, and it's just you just don't want to stop. It's like he's like a drug in a certain way.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've met a lot of people like that. Okay, now we're going to talk more about you.
Yeah.
What is your favorite way to meet women? Are you a day game guy? Are you a night game guy?
So I look at it from the triangle model in a sense where I look at cold approach as you do day or night, and that way you exercise your social fundamentals. And then you got the online dating, where mostly it's the norm, and then you got social circle. So even let's say you don't have much of a social circle, you are let's say going to a yoga class, going to an improv, an acting class, basically where you're constantly meeting the same person again. And what cold approach does, because it's very difficult to do cold approach, but it really makes you practice your social fundamentals. So this way, on online dating or in social circle, everything seems to be connected, and you see more of that matrix. That's what I've seen based on my experiences, and doing cold approach has helped me improve my online dating. Has helped me improve around social circles, and the idea, in my opinion, is I love day game. I love doing that because that to me is like my gym. That's what I call social fitness. And when you're practicing that and you're making it into a habit, in the beginning it's very difficult.
Because day game is rough, man. Yeah.
It's extremely rough, yeah. Because you're in a non-social environment. And, Yet when you're approaching and you are meeting strangers, you're working on your social fundamentals. So if you have a focus, a specific focus, let's say if it's body language, I'm going to focus today. Your fear of rejection just reduces because your main focus is, okay, I got to see how I do in my body language.
I like that. I like that you like pick different things every time you go out. Where do you just other guys? They just go out and they're like hoping to get laid. They don't try to change anything, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, if your focus is to get laid, you're gonna become outcome dependent. And you're only gonna be focusing on the end result.
You're gonna scare women around because they're gonna away because they see your intentions, and you might find a slut, but a girl that is like a quality woman that like has shit going for her and actually values personality, or just like someone that has some kind of values, is not gonna go for that. You know, you already know.
Yeah, no, agreed.
All right. Almost done, don't worry.
Oh yeah, I'm down to talk.
Okay, here's an interesting question. What is your strategy when you first meet a girl?
So, my strategy is, now it's very similar to Justin's way. So, Justin, he's all about direct game. However, there's indirect and direct opening. And there's a huge difference, because let's say you go direct and you open, you say, I thought you were cute and I had to meet you. I mean, she's just not going to like fucking open her legs. You know, at the end of the day, you have to still play your game right. So the way I see it, and what I do is, I'll open either way. Sometimes I'll ask for directions, or sometimes I'll say, you know, your look caught my attention and I have to meet you. Who are you? You know, I'm subconsciously conveying directness. And then from there, I'm just like talking normal, you know, maybe telling a story or whatever. And then from there, boom, pushing the flirting. And then from flirting, I'm just basically seeing, you know, how she's responding, if she's hooked, and then continue.
So you consider flirting indirect or direct?
I think flirting is progressively direct. I think what happens is when it comes from your core is direct, but you could still be indirect and just say, you know, basically, let's say stating a story like, you know,
interesting.
But as long as your vibe and your energy is conveying directness, because if you're direct verbally as well as direct subconsciously, then you're going to scare her away and she's going to feel it. Because women are much better at reading subconscious attraction due to their biological wiring. Because keep in mind, biology has not changed, only society has. And we are social creatures at the end of the day. And the idea is conveying social dominance, but coming from a place of, you know, your masculine core. Where you're not asking for permission in that sense.
Alright, let's wrap this up. Do you have any of those advice to those that are new to pick up, and advice to those that are more advanced?
Well, yeah, so for the beginners and the newbies, I would say no matter what, in the beginning when you're approaching, always kind of have a set quota. So for instance, let's say, you know, you're suffering from specifically approach anxiety, which a lot of newbies do. It's very difficult to face and to overcome because it's not socially normal. So the idea is you need to kind of predetermine in your mind, I'm going to approach 5 girls today or 3 girls today. And then when you do that and you just approach, you just get used to the habit and you progressively grow from there. So if you say, I'm going to approach 3 girls, okay? You do that, and then let's say you approach and you run away. But then the next step is, okay, you have to go even harder. So you have to approach 3 to 5 girls, and you keep that quota, but I'm going to stay in the conversation no matter how socially awkward or uncomfortable it is. And that's how you grow, and then you continuously move forward from there. And it's hard in the beginning. The first one is always, and I know Mystery from the game talks about, it's always like jumping in water in the beginning, feeling cold, and then you slowly warm up. So it's just like in a sport. When you're going in the gym, in the beginning you're a little rusty, and then you boom, get your reps in, and boom, you're already warm. And you feel more of that social momentum. So that's what I have for newbies. For the advanced guys, I would say be very humble with your success. Many guys who I know out there constantly really they put their successes out on people's faces in a certain way. And there's no
entitlement, right?
Exactly. And like the one thing Justin did, and it looks like he may have done that as well in a certain way, but he comes from a place of science. He's actually looking at the fact of, how did I do this? What did I do? Because he's not trying to be a hero. He's just trying to see what works and what doesn't. He's a hardcore scientist, especially when it comes to truth and facts, what works and what doesn't. And when it comes to getting success and really achieving, let's say you're getting a certain amount of girls, you have a rotation, whatever the case is, see exactly what you're learning and what can you take from it and what you can understand and how you can move forward. Don't come from a place of ego. Otherwise, like, that's gonna hurt you at the end of the day, no matter what. Don't be you can be your narcissist, because we all are in some sort of way, but don't be a hardcore narcissist where it's just like you're just like flaunting the girls and other people and trying to show off, because that's not true identity. That's my take on.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
All right, last question is, do you have any products that you're working on that you want to share at the moment?
Yeah, sure. So we have.
If you want to talk about your website or your business that you are working or that you have.
Yeah, sure. I appreciate that. Well, on the Nice Guys with an Edge website, there are digital products that go over the conversational mindset and understanding the mentality, the inner mentality. That's a digital product. And then also, as I mentioned earlier, I partnered up with one of the certified coaches from No More Mr. Nice Guy, where we've created a dual coaching program. And if we can add on the description, there's an actual presentation that goes over the 3 secrets on getting out of the friend zone. And I'd love to put that on there. And then that way, if you guys are interested in scheduling a call, definitely check out the webinar and the presentation, and feel free to schedule a call. And would love to help you.
All right, so that's Manny Love. I have had the pleasure of hanging out with this guy. He's a great guy. Enjoy his energy, his company a lot. I hope he was able to help some of you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give feedback, leave comments, whatever, and we're going to get out of here, and that's a wrap.
glorybelightnight.com